History was once someone's present. Moments of courage, moments of hardship, and moments that changed nations. Welcome to Odd Photos, where history speaks for itself. A Brazilian army tank in front of the Ministry of War during the coup d'etat of April 1964. A British Avro Vulcan bomber intercepted by the Brazilian Air Force during the Falklands War being inspected. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, 1982. A Cambodian guerrilla fighter is transported to an improvised operating room in a mangrove swamp during the Vietnam War, 1970. A Greek army under Constantine I enters Thessaloniki for the first time in 489 years. First Balkan War, 1912. A group of punks in Budapest, Hungary, 1982. A Rhodesian soldier interrogates villagers at gunpoint, late 1977. A soldier of the Vietnamese Black Flag Army, 1885. A Soviet soldier holds Pravda, the official newspaper of the USSR's government, 1941. A traditional Kazakh yurt in Russian Central Asia, 1860. Al Capone's house in Chicago, Illinois, 1929. Anti-integration protest in Poolesville School, Montgomery, September 1956. Argentine dictator Juan Carlos Onganía praised during a rally in Luján, 1969. Assyrian warriors from Tergowar, Iran, early 20th century. Boris Yeltsin speaks to a meeting of his supporters in Moscow, March 1993. Burmese leader Ne Win, alongside Chinese officials Zhou Enlai and Chen Yi, May 1964. Charlie Chaplin and Mahatma Gandhi, 1931. Che Guevara visiting a Zader tractor factory in Brno, Czechoslovakia, 1960. Chinese Empress Dowager Cixi poses with attendants and her niece, 1902. Communist Afghan leader Mohammad Najibullah gives a decoration to a Soviet soldier, 1986. Communist leaders of Mongolia and Bulgaria during a conference in East Berlin, June 1971. Congolese Chief of Staff and future dictator Joseph Desire Mobutu in Israel, 1963. Congolese Prime Minister Patrice Lumumba arrives in New York City, July 1960. The following year, Lumumba was killed with Belgian and U.S. support. Couple decides to hold hands publicly in post-war Moscow, 1954. Cuban President Fulgencio Batista holds a young Raúl Castro, 1938. 2 decades later, Batista would be overthrown in the Cuban Revolution. English schoolboys are in disbelief seeing physique model Steve Coda's 1964. Ex-slave Henry Robinson smiles while posing outside his home, 1937. Family with the skulls of their ancestors in front of them, Sumatra, Indonesia, 1918. Female bodyguards of Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi. Francoist demonstration in Salamanca, Spain, 1937. Free woman with her little child posing for the camera. Behind her, her wood home, 1890s. Future Ethiopian Emperor Haile Selassie, alongside his father Makonnen Volde Mikael, early 1900s. Future German Field Marshal and President Paul von Hindenburg as a cadet, 1860. Georgian soldiers posing by a bust of Lenin in Sukhumi, Abkhazia, 1992. Hollywood star Jean Gabin fighting Nazis in Europe. Despite his age and fame, he joined the French forces in 1943 to fight for his country. Iranian Reza Shah Pahlavi at his coronation, 1925. Jane Goodall as a little baby with her plush toy, 1935. Jeffrey Epstein at the age of 27 in 1980. John Lewis smiled when his mugshot was taken in 1961 after he had been imprisoned for using a white bathroom in segregated Mississippi. King Faisal I with his pet leopard, Baghdad, Iraq, 1925. Libya's new leader Muammar Gaddafi alongside Gamal Abdel Nasser of Egypt, 1969. Line waiting to buy toilet paper in communist Poland, 1981. Little girl refuses to greet the last Brazilian military dictator, João Figueiredo, 1979. Masks showing different stages in the work done by Mrs. Anna Coleman Ladd of the American Red Cross for soldiers whose faces have been mutilated in World War I. Meeting between Soviet Foreign Minister Andrei Gromyko with Pope Paul VI, Vatican, 1966. Mother sees her newborn baby after help from the midwife, December 1951. Polish leader Józef Pilsudski with his wife Alexandra and their daughters, 1928. Polynesian natives of the Marquesas Islands perform a traditional dance, 1909. President Nixon with Prince Charles, July 1970. Rafael Trujillo, dictator of the Dominican Republic, inspects U.S. Navy sailors, 1950s. Rocky Marciano, 70 years after he retired, remains the only boxing heavyweight champion to finish his career undefeated. Romanian Prince Carol trains with a Shoshat machine gun, 1910. Romanians suspected of being Securitate agents are captured by revolutionary soldiers after the overthrow of Ceausescu, December 1989. Survivors of the Canudos War between the Canudos religious community and the Brazilian federal government, 1897. The car transporting former Nicaraguan dictator Anastasio Somoza moments after his assassination, Paraguay, 1980. This picture shows a photographer carefully preparing a woman for a studio photograph around the late 1800s. At that time, cameras were large and slow, and people had to stand very still. Uganda Army Chief of Staff and future Ugandan dictator Idi Amin next to Israeli Prime Minister Levi Eshkol, 1966. U.S. riflemen in Vietnam, 1967. Vietnamese soldier liberating Cambodian from Khmer Rouge Pol Pot regime, January 1979. Weightlifter Steve Reeves doing a pinch deadlift at the gym, 1950.